Give me more. More V5. Welcome back to the channel. I am Cody with the Shoe In With Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We are talking about the New Balance FreshFoam X More V5. Who might be one of the longest names out there, but this is definitely a good one. In this video, I definitely talk about the good, the bad, and the verdict. Should you buy this shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. Now, before I dive into the good, the bad, and the verdict, I got a favor to ask you. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It helps the channel, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Now let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about the More V5 by New Balance. Because I'm a positive guy, I'm going to start with the positives. And the biggest one for me has to be this foam, this FreshFoam X. Whew, look at that. I don't know if you can see it. This shoe is just comfortable. This foam that they were using, there is a ton of it. Look at that in the heel. There is a ton of it. And it's just a comfortable shoe. Comfortable to run those daily miles in, recovery miles, and long runs when I really do not care about the pace. That means I'm going out there, I know it's gonna be long, and I just wanna baby the legs. This foam right here just babies the legs so well. I'm definitely going to put this shoe in two categories: daily trainer and recovery day shoe. I think it definitely hits both of those. Again, you can go long run. Me personally, with my long runs these days, I'm definitely trying to push the pace a little bit, and I'll get to that later in this video. But really, this is just a cruiser. This is a chunky boy that is made for cruising. Even the upper is very, very plush. I mean, look at this tongue. It's very plush. You have a plush collar. This is really just all about that comfort. The More V5 is definitely hitting that. If you are looking for a comfortable shoe, I'm talking about a shoe that's just gonna baby the legs, this shoe is going to check all of those boxes. The upper I found to be very accommodating. For me, I have a wideish foot, not a wide, but a wideish foot. No issues at all. Some New Balance I'm finding a little tight, depending on the shoe. No issues at all with the toe box. It's pretty accommodating, to be honest with you. It's not the widest toe box, but it definitely is accommodating. And again, this foam, while there is a lot, I find it to be very stable. I run only on roads, but I run on a lot of gravel, kind of a rail trail that I have in this area. No issues at all. At no point did I feel like my ankle was going. So again, I do know a lot of people, when they see this type of stack, their first thought is, whew, there goes my ankles. Happy to report, especially in this shoe, no issues with stability at all. Honestly, this shoe has just been a delight to rack the miles off. I think I have about 31 miles into the shoe, so I definitely been putting miles in, and this has definitely helped me stay healthy during this recovery, or during this marathon block, because of this foam. I'm just gonna do it one more time. Look at that goodness. I mean, and you just have it all over. It is just one of my favorite foams out of any shoe, and it definitely, this iteration of it definitely knocks it out of the park. With the good, you know there has to be some bad. And there's really only two that I'm going to put there. One, you're probably like, I'm nitpicking. And the other one I definitely want to point out. The first one is my nitpicky one. I find the shoe to be a little heavier the longer I run in it. So if I'm going long distance and I don't care about pace, not an issue. But when I'm going longer and I do care about it, I definitely found them to be a little heavier at the end of the run. My legs were just like, ooh, what is going on, Cody? So I do want to point that out. The other thing is too, they're really not made for speed. I know sometimes we get confused because we see a lot of this stack. It has one of the better foams that New Balance has. A lot of times we see this, well, is this a super trainer? Can I use this for speed? No, this is definitely firmly in that max cushion shoe. No plate at all. This is definitely not a super trainer, and I really don't feel like this feels good at fast paces. Maybe if someone's a better runner than me, which there's a lot of you out there, maybe you guys can pick the pace up with no issues. But for me, honestly, the weight's definitely a big one. Well, the longer I go, I feel it. Not really the fastest shoe. Again, it's not really in that category of a fastest shoe, but a lot of people are pinching those pennies. They want a shoe to do it all. You know, that is one category. This falls short. And the other thing I want to point out with this shoe, it's a little hot. Not a deal breaker, but it's been pretty darn hot here in Pennsylvania, and I find it to be a little hot. So if you live in very hot areas and you're in the middle of a heat wave or whatever the situation is, you definitely want to note that. Again, the positives I put in there, it's very plush, it's very comfortable, and that's what it's aiming for. Usually with plush and comfort comes a lot of materials, and that definitely is one of the things I want to point out. It's not the hottest shoe I've ever worn, but it definitely is up there. So again, not many negatives about this shoe because there really is a lot to like about this shoe, but I do need to point out, not a fast shoe. It can be a little heavy and it can run a little hot. Went over the good and I went over the bad. Now you want to know, should you buy this shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. And my honest answer is yes, if you are looking for a cruiser. If you are looking for a shoe to baby the legs, help you on those daily runs, recovery runs, or even going long, I'm telling you, you can take this shoe long and it will baby your legs. It feels super comfortable. Honestly, if I were doing like an ultra around a track, like a lot of people have been doing lately, this actually would probably be a shoe I would absolutely reach for because of the foam. It just babies your legs. But I do want to point out, if you are looking for a daily trainer to not go long but also pick up the pace, it's just not the shoe for you. This is really a max cushion cruiser of a shoe. It's about $155, which isn't bad. It's definitely actually a pretty darn great price for a shoe. I think you get 400 or 500 miles in because the foam is really nice. The materials they're using really nice. So again, if you're looking for that cruiser, don't look any further. The More V5, it's got you covered. We went over the good, the bad, and my verdict. Now I want to hear from you. Yeah, you. Did you try the shoe? Do you like the shoe? Do you love the shoe? Do you hate the shoe? Let me know. Drop a comment down below. And what other information can I provide to get this shoe on your foot? This is definitely a good one, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. Thank you for checking out this latest review. Remember, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you all out on the run.